you stumbled across your dad on a dating app? And would you kick your ex off your Netflix account? Of course you would. Well, these are just some of the hilarious dilemmas tackled by best friends Jordan North and William Hanson in their brilliant hit podcast, where they help their listeners navigate the awkward moments of everyday life.
A quick one from me. My nan got picked up by a fisherman out at sea after she fell asleep on a lilo and... and drifted away from the shore during a family holiday. She was topless.
And Jordan and William join us now. Welcome. How are we?
Oh.
Very good to see you.
At some sunshine resort.
No, we normally do it in the centre of London in a windowless studio.
OK.
It's not always that
That
nice.
was a novelty. Let's confirm that. Jordan, now you have claimed, these are your words, to be an expert in all things common.
Yes.
You're a bit like me, innit?
William, however, I am assuming that title would make your blood run cold.
Well, yeah, if it were attached to me, yes. No, I'm an etiquette coach. That's my normal day-to-day life. And then an extension of that now is doing this podcast where we, as you teased, talk about all sorts of slightly more unusual.
So how have you managed to find this middle ground in the friendship then?
Well, we met 12 years ago. I was a T-boy at 5 Live, and William, even then, was claiming to be the UK's leading etiquette expert.
Right.
And we were both 21 years old, and I thought that he was, like, 40-odd and, like, married to a librarian. He was going to go home and have a little sherry, and then over time, we've just become friends. And we used to disagree a lot, but that's what it's all about. That's how the podcast started, because it was like, look, we disagree on lots of things, like you ladies, I suppose, politically as well and socially, but we are best friends and we do get on.
So, William, how did you become an etiquette expert?
Well, I'm just very uptight, Jane. And that sort of just naturally it found me. But no,
From what age? Like 5, 6?
Well, I was very uptight, yes, as a young child.
When you looked 37.
Exactly, yes. And no, my granny gave me a book of etiquette when I was 12 for Christmas because I was quite a precocious child and she thought it would appeal. And then sort of when I was 16, my school in Bristol said, oh, we need someone to teach the young years how to set a table. Could you do it? And it was either that or play rugby. So I knew what I was going to do, Denise, and it's been tablecloths ever since.
I know it's pronunciation rather than etiquette, but I noticed that you say unusual rather than unusual. Which is it?
Well, in received pronunciation, it would be unusual, but it is quite unusual to say that.
Unusual?
Yes.
Right, OK.
Does it matter? Does good etiquette matter?
Yes, good etiquette does, but how you pronounce things, because apparently I always say sat instead of sitting, and he corrects me every day on it, and I'm like, it doesn't matter, life's too short, I'm sat down, not sitting.
But do you think that good etiquette... So do you think knowing how to lay a table matters?
No.
No.
So he came to mine for a meal when I moved into my... Because we are actually best friends and we go to each other's houses all the time. And he came to mine for dinner because tea. We say dinner now because I live down here. And I just threw all the knife and forks in the middle of the table.
That's what I did.
Yeah, he should have seen his face.
What, just for the two of you?
No, there was our friends there, mutual friends, where you go round to his. It's like being at Claridge's, where he got married, funnily enough. It's like, you've got to work your way in. It's like being on the Titanic.
So why does that matter to you?
Well, because I think when you have friends over, you want to show them that you've made a bit of an effort, that you actually want them round, rather than sort of the Weatherspoons hospitality approach. Thank you.
He is a great host. I will say that. He is a great host.
Yes.
He makes chicken. He boils chicken in... What's she called?
It's a sous vide. It's
It's French. Sous vide. So he boils chicken in a bag.
No, it's not chicken in a bag.
Do you buy it in the bag?
No, you prepare it.
He boils chicken. It looks like Jeffrey Dahmer or something in a bag. Honestly. But he's a great host.
Yes, Linda.
William, can I just ask you a question? Say
Yes.
if you're out in a restaurant with all your mates,
Yeah.
right, and you're waiting for your food,
Yeah.
and some of them haven't been served yet, can you start eating before the others have all got their food?
No. So,
I can't wait. I have to eat mine. Otherwise
do
it
you?
go cold.
OK, well, if it is cold, if it's, let's say, a first course, and
Yeah.
everyone's first course is cold, you can definitely wait because it's already cold. However, I would say to your friends, if they are still waiting for theirs, they should say to everyone, please start, don't wait.
Okay.
Then it's all right.
Then it's OK.
OK.
But this is, as you talk about the podcast, it's exactly how this was born, and you have an endless supply of crazy stories from people, really embarrassing things. We heard and saw you laugh at just Jordan there. It just makes good content, doesn't it?
It really does. And we say when the letters get sent in and the emails, we get a lot of letters, handwritten ones, that we don't know how we're going to top this. And every week, it's just, they're getting more and more outrageous. There's many we can't talk about because it's daytime.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of rude ones that my kids have played to me.
Some very rude
and
ones.
Is there? The last time you were on, you were teaching us about coronation etiquette. I
Yes.
feel you've drifted a little, William, with your rude content.
I have. It's the yin and yang of my career. One day I can be doing the podcast, and then the next day, yes, I'm doing how to, get ready for a state banquet. So it's nice to have that contrast.
Spice of life.
Of
Yeah,
course
like
it
a
is.
shade.
It's weird. So he'll go out and teach really rich, posh families how to
They're not
eat,
always
how to eat
rich.
properly, and he'll go to, like, real big, fancy banquets, and then we'll be doing the podcast and we'll have a letter about someone seeing the father-in-law's member slip out during yoga. And it's like... And then we'll answer that letter and I'll go, what are you doing today? And he'll go, oh, I've got a lunch at the Ritz. And I'm like, it's two different worlds.
Well, you recently went to Benidorm. I actually caught up with you just before you were going.
Oh, is that where that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
You used to go all the time as a kid. You've never been, William.
No.
What did you make of Benidorm?
Well, you are very familiar with it, of course. It's so nice. We had lovely weather.
Yeah.
He hated it. He hated it. Look,
Did you hate it?
he absolutely hated it.
I mean, look, they made me ride a bull.
Did you go... Did you have the delights of going to see Sticky Vicky at any point?
Yes. We interviewed Sticky Vicky.
Oh, my God, do you know Sticky Vicky?
We met her. She's a legend.
She
is.
managed to squeeze us in, which I thought was... She's so busy.
Not like that.
Yeah. She's a well-known performer in that area, just so that we for those
Yes,
that don't know.
she would say it's a magic act.
Yes.
Instead of pulling things out of a hat,
Yeah,
it's...
I think we know.
Yes.
I think we know. So many people getting in touch, telling us various embarrassing stories. I'll pepper them throughout the rest of the show. But Sarah says our washing machine had broken down, and when the repairman came to look at it, he pulled out one of my thongs that had been wrapped around the pump. He held it up and declared, "There's your problem." If that wasn't bad enough, my father-in-law was standing right next to me.
Oh.
Years ago, I went into a card shop, says Kathleen, and asked a girl who worked there for the sympathy cards. She said, "We have a special offer in 10 packs of cards if you want a bargain." And as Kathleen said, "I don't really want to have to buy 10 sympathy cards at any point." She was very embarrassed when she realised, but we did laugh and it cheered me up. Loads to come. I will keep them coming throughout the rest of the show. Thank you very much.